In a world obsessed with constant change, what are the timeless principles of human nature, behavior, and decision-making that remain the same, and how can understanding them help us lead better lives? In his brilliant book, Same as Ever, A Guide to What Never Changes, Morgan Housel, author of the bestseller The Psychology of Money, explores the timeless truths that shape human behavior, markets, relationships, and decision-making. While technology, trends, and circumstances shift rapidly, the core of who we are as people, our fears, hopes, biases, and desires remains largely unchanged. Part 1: The Paradox of Change, Why Timeless Principles Matter. Morgan Housel opens with a central paradox. The world is always changing, but the behaviors, emotions, and mistakes that shape outcomes remain surprisingly constant. Understanding these constants gives us an edge in decision-making, relationships, finance, and personal growth. Key takeaways. People overreact to short-term events but underreact to long-term trends. Fear, greed, jealousy, optimism, and regret are as old as humanity itself. Rather than trying to predict the future, focus on what never changes. Part 2: Human nature is the ultimate constant. Human behavior drives markets, relationships, politics, and innovation. We are emotional creatures first, rational thinkers second. Decision-making is shaped by fear of loss, desire for status, and tribalism. Examples: the panic during market crashes, 1929. 2008-2020 always follows the same pattern. FOMO, fear of missing out, is timeless. It just shows up in new forms: cryptocurrency, tech booms. Lesson for life and business: bet on people behaving emotionally in crises. Have systems that account for irrational behavior, yours and others. Part 3: Greed, fear, and the unchanging patterns of wealth. Housel dives into financial markets to show that bubbles and crashes are part of the human condition. Greed leads to overconfidence, fear leads to paralysis. The best investors, like Warren Buffett, focus on what never changes: patience, value, resilience. Key advice: you don't need to predict the future, you need to survive it. Most wealth is built slowly, not overnight. Part 4: The Importance of Time Horizon, Same Rules, Different Scales. Short-term thinking leads to bad decisions. Long-term thinking requires emotional endurance. Applications: in life, relationships, careers, and personal growth flourish over years, not weeks. In money, compound interest rewards those who wait. The highest returns come from consistency, not brilliance. Part 5: The Role of Luck and Uncertainty, What Never Changes in Outcomes. Housel reminds us, outcomes are rarely the result of skill alone. Luck plays a bigger role than we like to admit. Humility and flexibility are timeless virtues. How to apply: focus on process over outcome. Diversify not just in investments, but in life choices. Part 6: Status, Envy, and the Social Mirror. The desire for status and comparison is ancient, and social media has only magnified it. Envy is more powerful than greed. It drives many irrational behaviors. Life lessons: define your own version of success. The happiest people don't play status games. Part 7: The Myth of Certainty, Why the Future Will Always Surprise Us. Forecasts fail because the world is too complex. The more certain someone sounds, the less you should trust them. Principles to live by: prepare for surprises. Accept that I don't know is often the wisest position. Part 8: Resilience versus Fragility, Timeless Rules for Survival. Resilient systems and people survive by preparing for volatility, not by chasing perfection. Fragility leads to catastrophic failure. Resilience habits: keep cash buffers, financial resilience. Build strong relationships, emotional resilience. Stay curious and adaptable, mental resilience. Part 9: The Power of Stories, Why Narratives Never Die. Humans are storytelling creatures. Narratives shape markets, cultures, and personal decisions far more than facts. Insight: be careful of the stories you tell yourself and others. A good story can be dangerous or inspiring. Choose wisely. Part 10: The Joy of Enough, Timeless Lessons on Contentment. Chasing more is a never-ending treadmill. Knowing what is enough is a superpower. Practical wisdom. Define clear boundaries: financial, emotional, professional. Gratitude is timeless medicine for comparison and dissatisfaction. Part 11. Patterns in history, the echoes that never fade. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it rhymes. Crises, recoveries, innovation, and complacency follow recognizable cycles. Application. Study the past to prepare for the future. Don't assume this time is different. Part 12. Action steps for living by timeless principles. Here's your Grow Reads actionable blueprint. 1. Prioritize consistency over intensity. 2. Build resilience in every area: money, mind, body. 3. Focus on process, not prediction. 4. Avoid comparison, chase personal meaning. 5. Accept uncertainty, prepare for surprise. 6. Practice gratitude and define enough. 7. Keep learning from history. Conclusion: what never changes is what truly matters. In Same as Ever, Morgan Housel teaches us that while circumstances constantly evolve, the core patterns of human behavior are strengths. Our weaknesses, our hopes remain the same. The secret to navigating change is not to master predictions, but to anchor yourself in timeless truths. At Grow Reads, we believe that books like this are guides for a wiser, calmer, more intentional life. If you found value in this summary, please like, share, and subscribe to Grow Reads for more life-changing ideas brought to you weekly.